Hey folks, you're welcome to another gospel movie review. So, Abattoir was shown for the first time on YouTube on July 5, 2020, and it was awesome. I'm sure a good number of you have watched it, so please feel free to let me know your first impressions of it in the comment section below. After all, I don't take things personal. So, I planned that it made sense for me to do the review of Abattoir only after the story had been completed after 6 weeks. But on watching episode 1, I felt that there'd be so much in each episode, and I thought that I'll just do a video to talk a bit about my first perceptions and thoughts on it. A snap review, if you will. So let's do that. Abattoir episode 1. I loved the new prelude to the channel when Jay and Josh talked. It was funny, and for me, it gave a feeling of something new, and new it was. The opening credits were blood-themed and accompanied by the rising of a new dawn. That's my title for it, by the way. What excites me a lot is the fact that J. Mikey is the DOP for Abattoir, which is a portfolio he doesn't occupy often, maybe except for his Jay and Josh skits. I felt for the Bassi character from the beginning. That was a sincere performance, although I didn't really understand the portrayal of his fluency of English language. Even though it seems the major mystery of the movie has been resolved, that is the question of who killed Mrs. Drew Sawyer, I feel that there are mysteries that subsequent episodes will reveal and resolve. I also think that if the chief is really the killer, for it to have been shown so early in the movie, it means that the core of this story is something we'll still discover down the line.
I mean, we have 15 years of the past to catch up with.
The scripting, shooting and editing of episode 1 might want to make us believe that he's the culprit, but I'm not going to go with that just yet. I'm just going to hold my horses and see what might yet happen in this movie. Speaking of which, I had pondered on how long each episode would be. I contemplated that if it was 20 to 25 minutes, for 6 episodes, we'd have 2.5 hours. I thought to myself that I just preferred that the whole movie came in at once, but episode 1 is 46 minutes. That's very impressive. So there's a whole lot to come from this Abattoir series, and I think that the episode format is just appropriate for it. Most of the scenes we see in the trailer are from this first episode. If we think back to the behind the scenes clip that was uploaded last year, we'd observe that we still have the scene between Omowumi Olatunde and Darasimi Mike-Bamiloye, though it mightn't be central to the plot. We're going to see this party scene in the next episode, and this would probably be at the end. I've always been an admirer of dialogue written by Damilola Mike-Bamiloye, and that skill was on show here too. I liked the exchange between Inspector Gbade and the teenage Martins, and then later on, Chief Drew Sawyer was like,
Martins, have I given you your answer?
And Martins was like,
No, Dad. You gave me more questions.
Pow, I loved that so much. Very intelligent and engaging dialogue. I love the camera shots used in Abattoir, and I think that this shot has potential for being iconic. It's a simple dolly shot, but the way it's used with a wide shot, which places Chief Drew Sawyer in the center of the shot, while still showing the large room with a high ceiling, accompanied with the background music, gave a cool, maybe even surreal feeling. A major discovery for me in this first episode is that Goodness Adebola and Damilola Mike-Bamiloye are the same character, Martins. One is in his teenage years while the other is in his late 20s or early 30s. It took me a little while before I realized this. So the movie oscillates between Martin's present and his past. At first, I feared that one was going to take the shine off the other, but I found out that as much as I enjoyed watching the present of Martins, the past was just as, if not more interesting. So I think that the pacing makes us retain interest in both periods. It was very nice for me to see D. Baba play a major role in this movie. We know him for his excellent script writing and camera handling, but he's also a fantastic actor. Remember The Ignition, Killing Death, Late Work, Bimi, very good performances, and he's doing it here again. It was also nice seeing Kayode Owojori take on the bad guy. It was a convincing act. Religious Victor, played by Samuel Owojori, was a funny character, and it didn't even look like he was trying to be. Did you listen to his perception on what a life crisis is about? That reminds me of the scene in the classroom and the things that Layomi Adebayo's character discussed with him. They made me see that some children are going through a lot at home that they might not be able to speak freely about. They keep all that within themselves, and of course that affects their academics. I think this just tells teachers to try being understanding of their students and try to see how they can help them. Every child is an individual and they all need help in one way or another. So that's that about the first episode of Abattoir. Episode 2 will be released on Sunday, July 12, 2020. Have a swell time watching it. Till the next video, stay blessed.
Wow, this video is almost 6 minutes. So much for snap review.